What is up, everybody? My name is Carlos, and this is Gio, and today is the 25th of September. I almost said October, and this is the gaming news of this week. Let's get started, Gio.
So, the first gaming news that we have for this week is PS5. PS5 gameplay is to be shown next week through demos and from Japanese creators. The event is taking place in the YouTube. It's taking place as part of the YouTube Gaming Week. It's gonna kick off Sunday from October 4th to um, wait, sorry, just to be more specific, October 4th at 1 a.m. PST. 6 a.m. ET, and then basically a whole bunch of YouTubers are gonna be there. They're gonna show gameplay. I'm sure they're gonna talk about their experience.
Probably didn't
Uh,
show the UI.
yeah, most likely because the system is gonna launch in what, maybe 5 weeks, six
Hmm.
weeks,
But
7.
don't you find it weird that it's just Japanese creators? Or you think they probably just have access because they live closer to the factory or whatever?
Yeah, that's a bit weird. Maybe it's part of Tokyo Game Show. Maybe like an extension of Tokyo Game
Probably
Show.
an addition or something.
Yeah.
Going on to something that I kind of saw coming, but not really. Microsoft bought Bethesda this week. So, um, yes. So, what do you think this means for the next consoles? You know, for the PS5 and for Xbox. Now that Microsoft bought Bethesda and the ZeniMax, ZeniMax.
I think that because I think they were making quite a few games, especially for the current gen consoles,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they have Doom, Fallout, Skyrim. I'm not sure what other big game they have, but they have quite a few games, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
think if Xbox makes all of those games Xbox exclusive, I think Sony's gonna miss out on a few games. I mean, they still have their first party titles, but they still need the third party support. So I think either Sony's gonna need to find a deal with Xbox so their games are also on their consoles, or I think Sony's gonna start buying game developers. But I mean, but they have quite a few already,
Can
so
you
maybe they might not even need to buy game developers.
can you imagine Elder Six or yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 on Game Pass?
I can. I mean,
Like,
because it
just
makes sense,
imagine
right?
that.
Like they,
Just
but
imagine
then
that.
I mean, are they really gonna make most of their money through Game Pass, or should they? Because I've been wondering, should they just maybe sell the game, sell it as a $670 game, and then
Hmm.
and then eventually bring it to Game Pass?
I mean, look at Doom. Doom just came out this year, right? Doom Eternal just came out this year, and if you haven't played it, like me,
Yeah.
I haven't played it, so I'll probably check it out on Game Pass on PC. But that unfortunately that won't be till later. But I don't know. To me, that's pretty cool because it makes games more accessible to everybody. Yes, you don't own the games, and yes, it's a subscription based service, but it gives more people access to trying out more games than just I just bought this new console, right, and now I can use it. Or sorry, I just bought the new console and I only have enough money for one game, right? Or I only want to play one game. But if you get an Xbox, not only are you getting the console, but you're getting Game Pass, and that's going to allow you to play a lot of games. You know.
Yeah, and for
So
cheaper.
yeah, but so with that being said, do you think Xbox is gonna buy Sega, or if they even have a chance to?
Um, I feel like they could, but I feel like there's no reason for them to buy Sega.
Hmm.
Like, I feel like they even make multiple games a year?
I don't think so.
Like,
Or no, they make
I just
they make the wait no is Yakuza Sega? No, is it? I think it is. I think
uh
Yakuza series are Sega, and those games are amazing. So
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's a weird developer to buy.
I mean, we talked about this yesterday, and this would help the this would help. It would be more of a chance to get more people to be on the Xbox ecosystem because, like you said, And we're talking about this. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but they don't have a lot of pull in Japan. You know, a lot of people in Japan are either playing on their Switch or they're playing on their PS4s, right? So if somehow they find a way to tie with Sega to bring more of the Japanese market in there, I think because they already have the Western market, right? A lot of people in the United States, and I'm assuming in Europe and stuff, play on Xbox. But I think they're like, I think I'm pretty sure people in Japan and in Asia are playing on their on Xbox consoles, but I don't think as much as Xbox would want. So if they are able to do this, I think this is just a win in regards to having more people to buy the system, not necessarily buy a game. If that makes sense.
Basically, they're just trying to buy cool points with gamers, you know?
Yeah, that's why I think if they do it, that's ultimately what would happen because I don't think Sega is unless they're making a game that's like low key, like on the low, that's like, wow, we didn't see this coming. I don't think they're making games besides the Yakuza series, which is the Yakuza Like a Dragon, which is going to be one of the launch titles for Xbox. So next,
I don't know. I don't think they're buying Sega. They might. I think they're buying more developers, but
definitely
it might be. Imagine if they buy Epic.
no, no, that would be too much.
They buy Apple.
Okay, let's relax. So number 3, Gio, tell us more about number 3.
So, Amazon launched a new cloud gaming service called Luna.
And nobody
It's
saw
gonna
it
come
coming.
soon.
At least
What happened?
I'm sorry. I was just saying that I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. At least I didn't.
Yeah. So yeah, Amazon bought a new cloud gaming called Luna. It's gonna come soon. And it's supposed to. It's gonna be launching on, I'm assuming, Android and iOS. Is that right?
Yes. So the thing is, when I was doing research and just watching videos, it's going to be a web app, so you don't have to download anything, right? So you can literally open up a browser, and you can start playing whatever game that you want, right? So to me, so I titled this Amazon's new cloud gaming called Luna will come soon and manage to get through Apple's greedy paws, because the problem with Nvidia wants to be on Nvidia Now is a cloud gaming service for computer stuff where you're able to play any game you want and just well, obviously you have to pay for the game, but you're able to use the service and you're able to use any computer you want, no matter how shitty it is, but you're able to use it because you're using pretty much a server that is using a really high end PC. But if you have a Mac if you have a Mac, you can't use it because Apple doesn't allow it because they don't want them to use that. Same thing with xCloud, right? The whole problem with xCloud is trying to be on Apple, but they can't do it because they don't want to pay Apple money, right? So with this, it's pretty much you go on your browser on either your Android or your smartphone or your tablet or your PC, and you get to play whatever games you want through their service because it's technically not an application. So therefore, Apple can say like, oh, we're not going to allow you to do this because technically it's not an application that they have to verify, you know. So I don't know if that clear things out, but
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how Luna competes with Game Pass.
and it's supposed
Because
to
now
be,
technically Amazon's.
sorry, it's supposed to be $6 for the beta, a month for the beta. I don't know how much it's going to be
Which,
afterwards.
I mean, I think they need to start building their game library, but now Xbox is competing with Amazon and PlayStation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because PlayStation has PlayStation Now, but it's not the same beast as Game Pass, you know?
No, yeah.
And also, Game Pass, I'm not too sure if Game Pass would work on PlayStation. I mean, I feel like PlayStation would charge like $25 a month.
Mm-hmm. For some ridiculous amount for just like maybe 100 games, you know?
Because people could literally just pay a month of gaming and then that's it. But also Xbox has money to lose and spend, you know, because for them this is, I mean, I'm sure they're making money off of it, but they're willing to spend money on buying companies and like making it work, you know?
I'm assuming they're looking at the long-term investment and not the short-term. And I think Sony's doing the opposite. They're trying to sell as many consoles as they can, and then once people have the consoles, then we'll see how we can help out the consumers. That's what I think, based on the way things are going. But I could be completely wrong, you know. But something that I'm excited for. Gio doesn't care about this. I don't think he's ever going to play the game. But Animal Crossing is getting a fall update, and it's coming soon. So you're able to grow pumpkins, collect candy, and you get to have Halloween costumes. Obviously, with everything going on, I don't think a lot of people are going to go trick or treating. But you'll be able to do this here in the virtual world. So Nintendo said this: neighbors will gather in the plaza, which will be adorned with an array of Halloween decorations. You will also receive a visit from a mysterious guest, Jack, the Star of Halloween. By giving Jack lollipops and candy, you'll earn spooky in-game rewards. Be sure to save some candy for your neighbors too, or you might get pranked. Luckily, you can learn a couple of new reactions to properly express your feelings of fear. And this is coming on October 31st. So, this is cool, and it's for free. And just wait, I just think this game came at a right time, you know, because obviously a lot of us can't really see each other, and if we can, it's probably not as much as we would want because of the situation and everything. But I think this is going to be a way for people to hang out in the virtual world and, you know, just be silly and just have a good time. But what do you think, for somebody that doesn't own the game and probably doesn't care?
Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I saw the trailer.
Are you gonna buy it now?
No.
Okay, just go on with
Looks
the next
cool.
one. Just go on with the next one. Number 5.
You're gonna buy it again?
What do you mean? I already bought it. I've been having the game. What do you mean?
You're gonna buy it again, Carlos?
No, I've been having the game on my Switch. Just go on with the next story.
Okay, so the next story is Doom Eternal's coming to Game Pass. First game from Bethesda since they bought the company, which it's been what, 3 days, 5 days?
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Roughly.
been less than a
It's
week.
been like,
But they announced that Doom Eternal's coming to Game Pass. It's the first game from Bethesda that's gonna be on the service after they got purchased by the company, and it's gonna come to Game Pass on October 1st.
mhm.
And then it will come at the end of the year to the PC Game Pass. Oh yeah, by the end of the year. Sorry.
Yeah, fine. To me, that's a big W,
What's
bro.
next?
Because that game just came out, and it's just, I don't know. To me, when it comes out, I want to try it out. I didn't feel like spending $60 because the last Doom was kind of in for me, but this game looks pretty cool, so I'll be able to try it within the year because I don't have an Xbox. But anyway, so I did some research and found out that the Microsoft SSDs, the proprietary ones, will be almost the price of the new consoles, right? So for the Xbox Series X 1TB expandable storage, it will be priced at $219.99. That's $219.99. That is literally what? $30 less than the no, sorry. Is it 30? Yeah, $30 less
It's almost 70
than the Series S.
70%. No, it's like 70% of the console.
Yeah, pretty much.
The S.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. So owners can use owners are able to use their own external memories, but if the game says Xbox Enhanced, it's not going to work. So if you have any old Xbox games like Gears of War, Halo, Master Chief Collection, or even Doom Eternal, if it's not enhanced, then you'll be able to play it on your external memory. But if it's not, then it's not going to work. You're pretty much just attaching something that's not going to work. Same thing with Sony. So unfortunately, we don't know the price for theirs yet. But if you want to buy your own, that's going to be strong enough to be able to be effective on the new console. It's probably going to cost around the same because the SSDs that they are asking for are really expensive, and they have not been something that are usually back in the day. SSDs were really expensive. Now it's really easy to get a specific type of SSD, but with these new modern ones, it's going to be more expensive, and it's going to be probably half the price of the console you're getting. So not only what you thought was going to be $250, right, for your new console, now it's going to be $500 something because you have to buy an external memory. Because I'm pretty sure with 500 gigabytes within the console itself aren't going to last you for more than 2 games, right? But I don't know. We'll have to see how Sony's going to react to this. If they're going to charge less or more. I'm pretty sure they're going to charge more or the same because it's a proprietary SSD, and the technology is going to be more advanced, so they have to charge to make up for their cost. You know. What do you think, Gio?
I think it's BS. I mean, I understand that they had to make their own technology to make the consoles faster, but I think at the same time, it's like, I think it's BS. I think this is just another way for them to make more money, because why didn't they just partner with a company that can make it cheaper? So I think okay, Xbox partnered with Seagate to make the SSD, but then also they're charging a lot for it, you know. And also, there's a lot of SSDs out in the market. I don't know. I feel like this is just a money grab. Seems too expensive. They're gonna be imagine having to pay for almost half a console.
It's like PS Vita all over again. It's like PS Vita all over again.
Yeah, and that failed because wait, how do you say proprietary?
Proprietary.
Memory cards, they were so expensive. They were like $20 for like 4 gigabytes. Like it wasn't even worth it because one game was 4 gigabytes. You know.
Yeah. We'll just have to see. But what we don't have to wait about is number 7, Gio. Tell us about the great news. Tell us about number 7. Let us rejoice.
So someone went on. I think Nintendo has a thing where you can search for games online. It's like a website, or maybe it was just a Nintendo store. But someone Googled games coming out, or they Googled Kirby, and then Kirby Fighters 2 came out, and then people saw it, and this game wasn't even announced. So what Nintendo did was basically, I think 2 or 3 days after, they just basically released it for everyone to play. Based on the reviews I've seen and the gameplay, people are they're okay with it. They think it lacks. I mean, basically, everyone is Kirby, but their powers are different. But it feels like
one has a hand.
Like it feels like it's kind of like mediocre, right?
I mean,
the maps feel very similar to Super Smash Brothers. The menu looks similar. The map design is very similar. It's kind of like a 2D, fighting game. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just took what they did with Super Smash and they just changed some
Kirby.
text and the characters and stuff.
Would you be upset?
$20 though.
Would you be upset if they're like, "Oh, this is a DLC"? So now, if you're a fan of Kirby, now it's just Kirby, or no? You think it would have the same reaction?
Wait, what was that?
So do you think, for example, let's just assume that if the people that made Smash Bros, they're like, "Oh, this is a new DLC that you can get for $20, and you'll be able to you're playing Smash Bros, but it's just Kirby. If you love Kirby, you get this game." Or do you think it's just like it's still shitty regardless of how they put it out there?
I think
not shitty, but it's
really
just weird.
I think if people think Kirby is your favorite character in Smash, this game is for them.
You think so?
I think the Kirby's share. Okay, they all have different powers, but their attacks are very similar.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, it's gonna feel like you're button smashing. But I think people should just get Super Smash Brothers. But also, they're paying more money.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's up to them.
So, Among Us is too relevant, and pretty much a lot of people don't want a sequel, right? So the developers wanted to make an Among Us 2 because the current game, they couldn't handle the new additions they wanted to add. It was too much for them to do, because they didn't expect a lot of people were going to start playing it. So the demand got really crazy. But because they saw how good how successful the first one is doing, that they kind of said, you know what, we'll just wait on the second one for a while, and we'll just add on to the first one. So whatever they plan for Among Us 2 is going to be coming to Among Us the game. When or how or exactly, we don't know yet. But what do you think, Gio? Do you think that's like planned or not planned? Sorry. Do you think this is did you expect this, or did you think this was just like?
I think Among Us came out 2 years ago, right?
I don't know when it came out exactly.
I think it came out like a year or two ago, and it just randomly just like became really, really popular. I think they had 900,000 downloads in the month of September.
It came out June 15, 2018.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah.
And I think people, I mean, I like these types of games, so it's like kind of like Werewolf Within, but that's a VR game, so a lot of people didn't really have VR.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like also Town of Salem. It's very similar,
Very
but it's
cool.
kind of fun because you're trying to figure out who the killer is.
Mhm.
I don't know. I like it, but I think they ended up canceling Among Us 2 because they decided to just focus on the first one and make changes to it. But good thing is that they also want to expand on the game and they want to add more things and they want to push it to consoles and other devices, maybe Nintendo Switch.
I was about to say, push
So
it
that's
to
pretty
the
cool.
limit. Sorry. All right, last news of the day, Gio. Let's send it. Let's full send it. Come on, get excited. It's the
So
last news.
huh?
Get excited. It's the last news article or the last news thing we're talking about.
I don't think this. I don't think the last news is exciting.
Oh.
It's kind of depressing.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go on.
So, the PS5 sold out at GameStop again.
Uh huh.
I think Walmart was gonna
Yeah, Walmart.
have more units this week.
Walmart tweet it.
Yeah, but apparently people were refreshing the page over and over again, and then it sold out.
Did you try to
I'm not sure.
get your hands on them?
What happened?
Did you try to get your hands on one?
No, I did maybe 3 hours after. No, well, I looked to see if they were still available.
Oh,
But if you go to GameStop, their main banner says sold out.
Wow. I mean,
So-
I saw this coming. People were really probably on the ready, just like waiting for the second it's like available. Just let me buy it. Okay, bought.
I think
know?
Xbox fucked up. I think Xbox, they should have made more consoles, and then they shouldn't have because people really want a next gen console, so they're gonna go either with Xbox or PlayStation, you know. And some people are indecisive, but if you give them the option to buy it, they'll just buy it. So
Like you
Xbox
said,
should have been a bit smarter.
like you said last week, if they implemented a queue where it's like, whoever was literally the first person to get on the store to buy it is the first person that gets it, and then it tells you like, oh, you're in a queue to buy it. Don't worry, you're gonna get your chance. Just have to wait, and then it gets refreshed, and you're able to buy it. I think that would have been amazing. I'm pretty sure they have the money and the funds to do so, but I don't know. They probably just don't care because it's just a console. But to me, I think that'd be a more efficient way, because then you're not freaking out. Because like I've seen videos where people are literally about to click buy because it's pre-order, and then literally the next page says out of stock within like a millisecond. It's just like what, how?
Yeah, I
And
think both companies messed up a bit.
And there was people that bought it and it just said, oh no, they were trying to check out and everything, and it just froze, and then within seconds later, your purchase has been complete. But it's like, how? I didn't. Okay, weird. So I don't know. I think if things weren't as crazy as they were, I don't think they would be this crazy. But I think because of the situation we're in, as a society, I think this is why it's so crazy. Because I'm pretty sure if everything was normal and we're going into the stores, they wouldn't be as crazy. You know, people would just be like, oh, I'll just pre-order it when I can, or I'll just pre-order it when I go to Best Buy or when I go to Target to pick up my groceries. You know, but because we're in a weird situation, I think people are just like, I have nothing better to do, or I really want to get this, and I'm in my house and I have no reason to leave. Let me keep pressing the button until I get it. You know. I do want to say the Gaming Awards will be on December 10th. I forgot the time, but if you want to watch it, it'll be December 10th. Honestly, hopefully games don't get cut off, because I remember last year games got cut off. So, like, for example, Jedi Fallen Order, that game wasn't able to be added into the list because it just came off in the cutoff point. So we'll see what game gets cut off because of their weird system that they have. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully you'll be seeing this on Sunday, and if I don't forget to edit the video. But yeah, have a good night, have a good day, and we'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.
Bye guys, have a good weekend.